Tattoos are a very controversial topic, and I always toyed with the idea of having one. I mean, I thought they looked cool, and I had enough money to get one, but I had one major problem with getting it. And it's that nothing really meant enough to me for me to get it on my body permanently. I thought that maybe if I had a family member die or something, I could get like a memorial of them or something like that, but nothing really came up. I thought at my 18th birthday, if I still want this idea, which was a tiger at the time, when I'm 19, so in 1 year's time, I'll get it. And then a year passed, and of course I didn't do it because, I thought, 1 year's not a very long time to be absolutely sure of something, and it's not very long in the grand scheme of my life. After all, you do have it forever. But last year, I did get a couple, and people often would ask me, what do they mean? Why'd you get this? What's so special about these things that you like so much? And my answer is, because I like them. Because I think they look pretty cool. No dead family, no super deep meaning. So if it doesn't really mean that much to me, what changed in my mind that allowed me to just get these things that don't really mean that much to me? Well, I realized that life is for living in the moment. It's all about the present. And I also realized that nothing is ever perfect. Now, if that reasoning sounds kind of confusing, fair enough, because it is. So please, let me explain. People will often say things along the lines of, what if you don't like it when you're older? What if you regret it? And yeah, I'm not sure. I can't be sure. There is a pretty high chance that I won't really like them when I'm older. But, like I said, I'm not sure. I am sure that I like them right now. If I wasn't going to get them, I'd be sacrificing the present happiness for my potential future happiness, which doesn't really make sense when you think about it. Everything alive will always choose the present over the future. Sure, you should fully think through your decisions so you don't ruin your life, but the present is always going to be the most important thing to you because it's the only thing you can be sure of. Animals know this. Animals plan for the future. A squirrel will store nuts for the winter because it knows there's not going to be so much food then. But if it comes down to it, it's not going to starve itself during the summer so that it can store more things for winter. It just makes absolutely no sense, doesn't it? The present just always wins. A human's unique ability to consider the future and all the millions of potential outcomes of things that can happen is both our greatest strength and our greatest weakness. The fact that we can think of a future means that we have things like hope. We can imagine a better life for ourselves. But it also spawns all these emotions like despair and anxiety and hopelessness because we're simply able to worry. And I'm actually not that worried about ending up disliking them that much because I know that, let's say, if and when I make it to age 70, I can look at my skin and look at these tattoos and it will remind me of a time when I was younger and I did YouTube of all jobs, and it's just a funny time of your life to think back on. And if they look bad on me because I'm old, well, spoiler alert, I'll look bad because I'm old. And so I get the feeling that if I have like a saggy, floppy arm skin covered in skin cancers and wrinkles and, veins and stuff, I think that a snake on my arm is probably going to be the least of my worries at that point in my life. And I'd choose the present rather than worry about any of that stuff. So that's living in the moment, but let's talk about the pursuit of perfection. People often ask me how I found an artist and a design and a placement on the body that I'm like 100% happy with. And it's a bit of a weird question because, I could just walk up to a very happy couple on the street and say to one of them, hey, how did you find someone who is the perfect height and personality and build and hair color and eye color and temperament? They're all the things that you were exactly what you were looking for. How'd you find that? And in that instance, it's pretty obvious. This person isn't exactly what you're looking for, but it doesn't mean that they can't make you extremely happy and be an extremely good match for you. And our partnership is about as close to perfection as I think possible. No line in physical existence is perfectly straight. No circle is perfectly round, and no person is the perfect partner. Does that mean you should never ever date anyone? If that's something you want in your life, I would say no, that's stupid. So let's go back to tattoos. I can't wait for perfection, because it'll never come. I'll never have that perfect emotional reason for getting something. I'll never have the exact design I want. But that's okay, because it's coming pretty damn close, and I'm extremely happy with it. And I think the biggest lesson that I learned from getting them is that it doesn't really have to mean all that much. You've probably heard about people who they just get one tattoo, and then they feel like they can just get so many more, and they just get addicted from that point, because you get one, and it's not exactly what you were looking for, maybe. But then you realize, oh, my life's still fine. It's okay. I like it. It doesn't mean everything to me, but I like it. So I can get more, and I'll like those too. It's not that complicated. If you want it, and you like it, and you can get it, you can get it. It sounds super obvious, but it took me 10 years to work that one out. This mentality has been shown in the rise of ignorant tattoos. If you haven't seen them before, I'll put some on screen, but they're just the ugliest, stupidest, just the strangest tattoos you can imagine. And it's really, really popular right now because it's just saying to the world, I don't care. I really don't care that much about it. Now, I'm not saying I'm at that level myself yet. I'm not encouraging these ones because I think they might go out of fashion pretty quickly, but hey, maybe not, and maybe I'll be getting them in a couple years. So yeah, I'm not saying you should all just go out and get inked right now. I'm just saying what it means to me. I think we should all do a better job of trying to live in the present. It is, after all you can be sure of. So maybe if you don't want a tattoo, go get something that you might have been saving for a special occasion. Maybe it's a special thing of food, maybe it's going skydiving, maybe it's a bottle of champagne. If you're saving something for the perfect occasion, firstly, there's no such thing as the perfect occasion. And secondly, you can't even be sure that you're not going to get hit by a bus tomorrow. So you might as well just crack something right now. And I think just existing in the current moment is an occasion worth celebrating in some way. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Thanks for watching.